Hello, I'm Dr. Gregory Seltz, Executive Director of the Lutheran Center for Religious Liberty. Welcome to a reading of our Mom and Pop papers on Two Kingdoms, a Christian public philosophy for life. Today, number 15, it's wrong when the referees play the game. You know, the Christian worldview acknowledges the role of government in a person's life. It acknowledges that government has a role to play in keeping the peace, keeping things fair, ensuring equal access for everyone to the things that make a good, happy life possible. But the work of doing that still belongs to the individual person seeking life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, not just for themselves, but for the ones that they love. For that, individual liberty, self-discipline, and a transcendent view of a thanksgiving for life is required for the most liberty and freedom possible in a sinful, broken world. The government may be the referees needed for all the various peoples in our country to play nice or to give it their best, but when they become the players of the game of our lives, bad things happen to liberty, to freedom, and yes, even to the pursuit of happiness. We all are citizens created in the image of God, and we're all to be seekers of virtue, of justice, even success for the sake of those we love. To lose that personal challenge and accountability is to be taken out of the game of our lives. And I don't know about you, but when I played basketball or football or baseball, I hated being taken out of the game. Who wants to ride the bench? Nothing good happens when people are discouraged to live their lives virtuously, justly, mercifully, and successfully. Nothing. So think it through. When the referee plays the game, we usually turn the game off at our home. Why? Because it's pleasing to no one. And a game full of foul shots, full of penalties and outrageous calls is a game not worth playing and even not worth watching. Keep the government in its proper place. That view is often called limited or limiting government. And get to playing the game of your life to give God glory and to bless others in His name. That's not just a life worth living. That's a neighborhood, even a country worth living in. In my work in Washington, D.C., my main role is to be active in protecting the First Amendment public rights of our churches, schools, and universities. And the good news is this: right now, the federal government seems to be heeding our voice and protecting those liberties more than in the recent past. For that, we're grateful, and for that, we will continue to diligently fight. But the purpose of that effort is to show the world that ultimately the best general service for the community's blessing is not a government thing. It's a neighbor-to-neighbor thing where we all seek to look out for each other first, calling for the coercive powers of the government only when it can't be solved any other way. So look to the stations in which God has planted you. Undergird the ones around you with prayer and encouragement, and look across the fence to your neighbor first before calling the 911 of public policy as your solution. We'll all be glad that we did in the end. I'm Gregory Seltz. Remember to continue to put your temporal liberties to work for the sake of the eternal liberties of Christ. Words to live by, actions to bless. Have a great day.